Hello all, welcome back to my channel. So yesterday in our previous video we had discussed some relational algebra queries which were based on these four tables. Yeah, these four tables that you can see over here: airport, flight, ticket and passenger. And today we are going to discuss some more queries based on them. So let's quickly dive into the queries and let's see how we solve them. So these were the ones which we have already discussed and these are the new ones. Yeah. So now the next query says that list all the tickets in business class. List all the tickets in business class showing the passenger's first name, last name, ticket ID, flight departure date, seat number, class and price. Okay. So this information needs to be projected. Now, very important it is over here first of all to find that what is the condition which needs to be selected in order to fetch the records, and then finally what is the final information that needs to be projected, right? So over here, and also the first thing which you need to find out over here is from where you need to fetch that information. Okay, so from where is the first thing, and from where I mean which tables. So which tables are we interested in? Now that you'll get the idea when you see the kind of information that is required. So as like for example in this case they say list all the tickets. That means tickets information is required, so ticket table will be required, right? Then they are asking for passengers first name, last name, ticket ID. Now you see the tables that you have. Now in the ticket table you have only passenger ID, and the passenger's first name, last name is over here in the passenger table. That means you will be requiring both these two tables, both the tables, ticket and passenger table. So clearly we have the idea now that we will be requiring ticket and passenger table. Now once I have the ticket ID and the passenger ID, and I need to fetch the first name and last name, what I'll have to do, I have to basically join these two tables. So these two tables need to be joined. Okay. So now I have some basic idea of what needs to be done. So therefore, I'll be basically joining these two tables, but in the tickets table also we are only concerned with the tickets which are for the passengers who belong to business class. Therefore, why not only select those rows which belong to this category? So therefore what I've done is I've taken this selection operator over here, okay, this selection operator, and I've put the condition that select the rows in ticket table where class is equals to business. Now once we have this constraint, so what will it do? It will select all the rows which satisfy this condition, and then we can join it with the passenger table, and this is the join query constraint. So once you are joining, what is the constraint at which you are joining? So the condition or the constraint over here for join is that ticket dot passenger id equals to passenger dot passenger id. Clearly you could see the passenger id is the primary key in the passenger table. So let's get back to the tables. Yeah, so the passenger id over here is primary key over here and a foreign key over here, right? So you can find out the details about the keys in my previous videos, but just for the reference, when we are joining both of these, what will happen is we'll equate these two, right? So we need the details of the passengers which are holding these tickets. Therefore, I would say ticket dot passenger ID equals to passenger dot passenger ID. So that is what I have done over here. Ticket dot passenger ID equals to passenger dot passenger ID. And finally, I'm going to use the projection operator to project the required attributes. So the required attributes are first name, last name, ticket ID, right? Then flight departure date, which is flight dep date, seat number as seat number, right? Class, and finally the price. So this entire information is projected. So this is how we solve this query. Now let's move to the next one. The next one says list the name of all the British passengers. Now again there is a constraint over here, British passengers. That means the passengers with the nationality British, right? And what by the name they are saying, they mean the first name and the last name, who bought tickets more expensive than £500 and the ticket value. So basically they want the name and the ticket value or the price for all those passengers who are, first of all, they are belonging to national, they have the nationality as British, and the other thing is they bought tickets whose price is more than £500. Okay, so how are we going to solve it? Again, the nationality thing is projected in the passengers table. Okay, and the price is there in the ticket table. So again we'll join them, but again we'll join only the rows which are satisfying this condition, right? So that is what you can also, you can also first join both the tables and then you can, select those rows. But it is basically what I'm doing is I'm optimizing the query a bit. I'm just joining between the rows which are satisfying my condition, right? So over here what I've done is select the rows from the ticket table where price is more than £500, join with, select the passengers with nationality equals to British. So this join is again on the same condition, ticket.passenger id equals to passenger.passenger id. And then finally we need to project this. So project first name, last name and price. So that's all for this query. Now let's move to the last one for this part of my video. It says print the details. Which details? Flight ID, duration, departing country, arriving country for the flights with the longest duration. Now this one is really an important query and it has various parts in this. The first thing they are asking from us is we need the information about the flights with longest duration. So first thing is we need to find the flights with the longest duration. Then they're asking about the departing country and arriving country. If you see the flights table over here, yeah, it only has departing airport ID and arrival airport ID, right? So also in our one of our previous queries also there was such a case, right? So yeah, here we had it. So here also they were asking about arrival airport and departure airport, but in the flights table we have only the departure airport ID and arrival airport ID. Therefore, in such cases, what do we do? We join it with the airport table, which actually comprises of airport name, which they are asking us, right? So therefore, now it is also going to comprise of, this question is also going to comprise of the join between airport table and the flight table, right? So that is why I said the question comprises of many parts. Also, if you have not viewed my previous video, which discussed this very important question, I would say question query 2, right? You can view that video. I'll put that in the suggested videos above. Yeah, we are over here. So we for such a question, what I do, I solve it in parts so that I don't miss out something or that I don't make any error. So the first step over here is to find the flights with the longest duration. I break it into parts, okay? And then finally what I'll do, I'll find the departure country and arrival country, and then I'll combine both the things, okay? So in this first part, find flights with longest duration. We've solved many such questions in the past, and essentially we know that it is basically going to, first we are going to, fetch a subset of the records, then we are going to subtract it from all the records, and then we are going to get only one record which has maximum or maximum duration. Or we also address such a question while finding the maximum marks of the students, right? So it is very similar to that question. So in such a question, what do we require? We require of making copies. So that is what I've done is I've made some copies of my relational schema flight. So I make 3 copies over here because I know that I'll require to find the join with 2 copies and one to finally subtract that join from. So that is what I've done over here. First of all, I make this join F2 with F3 where the join condition is now F2 duration is less than F3 duration. Okay, so now F2 duration is less than F3 duration. Okay, and F2 dot flight is not equals to F3 dot flight. So basically this is going to be comprising of all those flights which have their duration less than some other flight. So then now what kind of tuples or what kind of rows are there going to be? They're going to be basically these kind of rows where this is F2 information, this is F3 information. But now we can't directly subtract it from F1 because it is only going to comprise of this kind of information, F1, right? So what I'll require over here, I'll require to project something out of this. So I'll just rectify this. There is a bit error over here. Yeah. So from F1, I'll project these information attributes, right? Minus over here also I'll project something. What will I project? Now I require F2 because its duration is less than something, right? So what I'll do is I'll project F2 dot flight ID, same information which I've taken on the left hand side, comma F2 dot departure airport ID, comma F2 dot arrival airport ID, comma F2 dot duration. So this information I have projected out of this. Okay. Yeah. Now this comprises of the tuples which have which of the flights basically which have their duration less than some other flight, right? Now this is the complete set of flights over here. If I subtract the information on the right hand side from the information on the left hand side, I'll be left with I'll be left with the set of flights which have their durations not less than any of the existing ones, right? Or you can say the flights with the longest durations, right? So that is what was required. And finally, what I need now, I need to project the departing country and arrival country, right? So for that also we'll make copies. We've already discussed that over here in the second part, I guess. Yeah, over here we have already addressed this, but just as a quick review, I'll do that. So again, I'll require to take its join with the airport table, airport relational schema. So therefore, I've made copies of this. A1, A2, A1 equals to A2 equals to row of airport, basically copies of airport table. And now this is my result, right, for finding out the flights with longest duration. So I take its copies as well as shown over here. So then I perform the joins. Okay, and over here the joining condition is a1 dot airport id equals to z1 dot departure airport id. Similarly, a2 dot airport id equals to z2 dot arrival airport id because they require the information of both arrival airport and departure airport, right? And then we join both of them saying that the flight should be same. So z1 dot flight id, z1 dot flight id equals to z2 dot flight id. Finally we project the required information z1 dot flight id, comma a1 dot name as departure airport, a2 dot name as arrival airport, and finally z1 dot duration, right? So that's all for this part of this session. I'll be taking up some more tuple relational calculus queries and SQL queries in my next videos. So stay tuned, and also don't forget to like and share the videos as much as possible. Also, if you'd like to see more of such videos, please subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon to get notified with my latest videos. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep learning. Thank you.